Hi, today I wanted to look at the uni-ball Air pens. So I had done well, my brother had sent me a package of some things that he got for me from Japan, and I unboxed that, and one of the pens that was in there was this, a uni-ball AR. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Or I'm sorry, uni-ball Air, not AR, a uni-ball Air. And this is the one that he brought me, and you can see that it says it's a 0.7 millimeter, but I think that what this part means is that it varies anywhere in between a 0.4 and a 0.6 millimeter tip. And I actually have experience with this pen because I've had this pen and there was no labeling on it, but there is a variation in the tip size depending on how hard you push. So this pen I actually got from a student, a former student. He was using this in class, and I said, hey, let me try that pen, and he let me try it, and then he's like, well, you can just keep it. So it kind of has a cool pattern on it. It definitely is a different look, but it is the same exact pen as the one that my brother brought back from Japan. Really, the only difference is the way that it looks. So I have used this pen extensively for, gosh, probably a year or so, and I've been using this one now for, I would say, at least a month or so. I don't know. My time is bleh. But they both perform exactly the same, and this is a really great pen. So I just wanted to talk about it and show it to you in case you've never heard of it, or you have and you were curious. I don't know how much they cost, but I could certainly look. So why don't I just look here really quick. Let's see. Let's just try Jet Pens, because I'm sure Jet Pens will have it. Although I'm positive that this is sold other places, because I know that the student that they gave this to me was not a person that went on Jet Pens. So yeah, Jet Pens is selling it, and it looks like they're selling this version of it for $2.75. So we're not talking about an expensive pen by any means, but it is a really great pen, and I really enjoy using it. Probably some of my favorite things about it are how bold the ink is and how bold the lines are. And the fact that you can vary the line size is pretty cool. I used this a lot under my document camera when I would teach, because I liked how it just really jumped off the page. And now I'm using it in my planner, and I just like it because it makes, I mean, like I said, it's just really bold. Everything stands out, and it's really easy to see. Sometimes with some pens, especially black pens, they kind of err on this, or they're kind of grayish in color, and this is definitely just like a black, dark black pop on the page, and I really like it. So like I said, I used this one. I mean, I used this one to the point where it's like cracking, but I used this one on a daily basis, hours a day under a document camera, and I was really excited to get this one because now I have another one. As far as looks go, I kind of actually prefer this one, the one that you can get in America. I just like the pattern. I think that you can see that on there. It's just kind of cool pattern. And this is what the tip looks like. So this gray part, I thought it would be grippy, and it's not. It's all just completely smooth across there, and you can see what kind of tip this is. It's kind of like a marker felt tip. I don't know exactly. Let's see how they describe it. If I was smart, I would have left that window open, but I didn't. Let's see. To me, it's kind of like a flare tip. Just double check that. It's so early in the morning, and I haven't done a video in so long. I feel very unpracticed. Let's see. Okay. It says the Air is perfect for anyone craving bold, effortless, I'm reading from Jet Pens. The Air is perfect for anyone craving bold, effortlessly smooth writing. Its secret lies in its rollerball tip, which is surrounded in plastic instead of metal. This creates less friction with the page and allows the pen to write at virtually any angle. Its exceptional smoothness is complemented by the pen's stylish design and subtly textured body print, which resembles the etchings on a circuit board. This pen features Uni Super ink, making it highly resistant to water fading and fraud. So, I agree with all of that. So it's actually a rollerball, which is interesting. It's hard to tell when you write with this because it is so smooth. I thought it's like a plasticky felt tip is what it felt like to me, but now we know. You have to excuse me. My nose is just totally messed up. So the pen is very lightweight and it's super comfortable to hold. I would have liked a little bit of a grippy, you know, I think this silver accent could have been maybe like a grip kind of thing. But either way, it's so light. It's so comfortable. And it's got a, you know, a clip that's not the best. You can see where it's cracked all around the cap there. But like I said, I used the heck out of this thing, and it's still got ink in it. I can't see how much, because, oh yes, I did take this apart before. I can't see how much. But you can see that the whole thing is black. All I can see is like a little air bubble right there. But I don't know how long this will last. It says do not remove on there, so I'm definitely not taking that off. So this is this is not a refillable pen. This is the one from Japan, and you know, I'm kind of interested to see. No, it doesn't say anything really about that. I was going to look at this, but there is a variation in the tip size, and I will try to show you that. So essentially, this is the same thing, except it's got a silver and black stripe body, and it doesn't have that cool design, which I liked. This one is not yet cracked, and you can see that the pencil grip or the pen grip area looks exactly the same. And like I said, these perform exactly the same to me. I think you can see the tip there. So let's give this pen a shot so that you can see what I'm talking about. And I can see, because I have really bright light right now, it's just super dark. And let me just write a few things. I'm gonna write rollerball. Yeah, let's take some of their description. Rollerball surrounded in plastic, which is it's so smooth. I have to try to describe that to you. Creates less friction, and allows the pen to write at virtually any angle. Yeah. So, and I'll add to this, it is Uni Super ink, and that is resistant to water fading and fraud. So when you write with it, it definitely has give. The tip of the pen, like when I'm writing with it, it pushes down. It's not like, and this is not necessarily the best comparison. If you've ever written with a TWSBI fountain pen, the tip of the TWSBI feels like you are writing with a hard nail. Like that does not have any give at all. And this just really gives. It's got some give to it. It's super comfortable. The ink, I have never found, and I have written with this pen for hours and hours and hours and hours. No skipping, no blobbing. It's super smooth. It writes well on any paper. This is ARC notebook paper. which is a super smooth paper anyway, and it's kind of heavyweight. And you can see it doesn't really, there's a little bit of ghosting on the back, but not much. It's not like a Sharpie pen, in my experience. It isn't like a Sharpie pen where it's going to bleed through everything. I've used this on super cheap paper, really nice paper, and it just seems to, it'll ghost, but I have never had bleed through. It's a really even, consistent ink flow. It has, like this says, it has hardly any friction when you're writing across the page. I think that's why it's called the Air, because it really does have a quality of consistently smooth, like a cushioned writing experience, I think is the best way I can describe it. The tip just has some sort of give to it, and the whole pen is just so light, and it's really a pleasure to write with. This was my favorite pen for a really long time in my classroom, just because of all of the reasons I talked about before. No hand fatigue. It was just a reliable pen every time, and students could see it with how, you know, bold it is. I'm going to try to show you some of that variation. So this is the American one. I'm just doing this so you can see that it's the same. So if I just were to not put any pressure, I mean, I'm just putting the pen to the paper, that's what I get. If I push down a little harder, I can push the tip in. I feel it push into the plastic, and you can see that I get a much thicker line. That's the variation that I'm talking about. But it doesn't damage it in any way, because I can go right back to the thinner line. That was something else that was really nice. So let's say that I'm trying to emphasize something. If I put it up on the document camera, and I was trying to, you know, let's say I write a word. This is not what I would do in class, but, you know, let's say that I'm doing that, and I really want to emphasize, you know, this letter. I can just push down a little bit harder, and I get that. So I can go, this is a really bad example, but you get the idea. There is a little bit of variation. I think this shows it the best. Just a little bit of variation. If you needed that, you can, if you're a person that pushes really hard on your pen like my husband does, I feel like this tip would not, you wouldn't have a problem with that. I don't know about long-term use, because I don't usually do that, but I feel like if you pushed really hard on this, it wouldn't damage it, because like it says, it's a rollerball, unlike something like a micron or a stapler that, you know, you could just totally bend the tip of it. So anyway, I hope that you found this helpful. I would highly recommend this pen if you're looking for something that is like bold, dark. I don't know if it comes in any other colors. Let me double check here. On Jet pens, it comes in black, blue, and red. I can't attest to the other colors because I haven't tried them, but if they're all like this one, then they're going to be excellent, because I just love this pen, and it's taken me too long to share it. I had intended to review this one a long time ago, and then when my brother sent me this one, I thought, okay, I've got to review it, because this is just an awesome pen. I have to share it with you guys. So if you try it out, I'd like to know what you think, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.